What is good, Cardano fam? We have so many exciting updates today and a lot of drama to unpack in a response by Charles. So hit that subscribe, hit that like. NFT daily volume has surpassed 250,000 ADA. We still have a lot of progress to do in this department compared to ETH and many other chains, but it's great to see because other altcoins, even in the top 10, 20, are just a small fraction of this number. So it's great to see this, and we're going to move forward with bigger numbers. Speaking of numbers, 24-hour trading volume surpasses $600 million. Now, let's talk about the beef, the drama. Ben Armstrong, aka Bitboy, says, I want to be clear. Recently, I said Polkadot and Cardano are both dead to institutions, which ultimately will lead to their death as legitimate investments. Well, guys, I mean, this is coming from the guy launching his own Ben coin with taxes, right? This is, we'll look at both sides. I like Ben, but we have to be impartial. This does not mean they won't pump and offer returns to investors in this bull run. They will. Returns will just be mid. So he's not saying it won't pump. That's just his opinion, but I think it's not really the objectively true. And Dave has a great rebuttal here. This is just your opinion, though, which I doubt has any merit now. I don't see you presenting any technical facts as to why you think this. What's crazy is your opinion assumes institutions do not care about 7 years of uptime, self-governance, real community, self-sovereignty, a working and proven currency, energy efficiency, self-sustainable blockchain, but most importantly, a blockchain owned and managed by its community. Think about that. We have a project that's at great buying opportunities. We see that Bitcoin dominance is high, so altcoin season is not here yet. It feels like Q4 2020. And many of the things that Ben is saying, Ben, look, I wish you the best, Ben, but like there's a reason why I haven't responded to many of your videos because it seems very like all over the place. It's all over the place. And how can it be hypothetically dead to institutions when VanEck Europe 9% holding, Swiss Bank pushing for trading in custody, CASL ticker inside of EU, outside of EU. There's efforts to move adoptions, especially we've been seeing, guys, with the MICA compliancy and readying that with the gold standard, working with CRI. We're seeing efforts on the floor from Cardano Foundation, from builders, from community, just the surge of views and bustling community and a good buying entry, plus the fact that Cardano is surged up to 7x more than competitors. There's a bustling community. It's very decentralized. We have governance, and it's in line with compliance in DeFi. So this is very bizarre. Again, coming from the guy telling you to go to a casino and buy Bencoin, it's just absurd. It's like, come on, these blanket statements. Is it now you're on your Cardano arc again? What does Charles have to say? I remember when the point of cryptocurrencies was to replace institutions instead of acting out a scene from Deliverance. I guess I gotta learn the banjo to make Ben happy. And it's just absurd. Like statements like this, like, is just stupid because institutions are doing what Ben is not saying. So what Ben is saying, institutions are doing something else. And even if you put aside that euphemism of institutions, Cardano as an investment, I think is very strong. It is showing some very good support. You got to know what you own, guys. I said this is going to dump. It's dumping. These influencer ones. What happened to just holding, right? It's dumping. No dumping, right? Dumping. You pick and choose your BS influencer project. Dumping. Will they run? Sure. But it's not, Cardano is not Iggy. Cardano is not Soulja Boy. Cardano is not RNT. Cardano is not Jason Derulo BS. It's different. Governance, identity, solutions, building, ecosystem, interoperability, beautiful liquid staking. You think that institutions don't want to take advantage of an innovative ETP, taking advantage of backing and staking rewards? Come on now. So that's why, guys, I don't react to Ben anymore because, frankly, it just feels like it's just clickbait BS. It's misleading. And he was pushing for bricks. But we know bricks is nonsense because so long as we peg everything to the dollar, that's what we're voting with our confidence. I'm sorry to break your bubble, guys, but spoiler alert, the US dollar is the strongest and the dollar will be the last man standing. Is it flawed? Yes. Is it debased? Yes. Is it inflated? Yes. But the dollar is the king, always will be. until that day happens of whatever happens in the future. I'm not saying there won't be a recession. I'm not saying don't look at real estate cycles. I'm not saying that the dollar is not flawed. I'm just saying of the flawed fiat, it is the best one. And we show that when we buy gas and we peg it to the dollar. We show that when Ben withdraws dollars. So he can continue to make bricks videos and grilling Cardano, but the truth, right? Just look at Google Trends. Just look at the community. Look at the lines and look at the tech, and don't take it from like, oh, it's dead. Because at the end of the day, we need to look at ulterior intentions. And at the end of the day, when you're shilling stuff like Bencoin and stuff like that, then, it is what it is. It is what it is. I also saw a post of like, we'll dive into that another day, of Polkadot just blasting marketing funds away. But let's move on to Nike and revisit that in terms of like marketing and governance and the abuse or misuse of funds. NikeSwap. So NikeSwap, guys, is really deeply ingrained with Saturn Swap, like early testing of Saturn Swap. New integration by TapTools. NikeSwap data is now integrated into TapTools. Good stuff. Nike is a great pig. We love Nike. Nike is getting 3D scanned and integrated in video games. They come for the pig. They stay for the tech. Let's check out this short clip with David. It's so lovely and just it's so cute. The relationship between Charles and Nike. Check Charles's latest talk. So let's see what this is.
How's the? They're making me do this, Charles. How's the pig? Is it a good pig? Is it still a good pig?
Nike is a great pig. We love Nike, every day. In fact, I'm actually having a crew come to do a 3D scan of Nike, to put high def video of Nike. And we're going to put Nike in some of the video games that reflect this building. Because obviously Nike needs to be a celebrity. Because everybody asked me, bring the pig to Las Vegas or other places. Like, guys, the pig can barely walk out of the stall. He's pretty fat, okay? It's cruelty to put that pig on a plane or something and fly him out or drive him out to Las Vegas. He's not going anywhere. He's a happy pig. He's a good pig. I feed him apple chips every day. So what we'll do is we'll create a digital simulacra of Nike, and then everybody can have Nike, and we'll put them in games. And to the other Cardano meme points, the Sneck guys and the Hosky guys and so forth, it would be fun to do the same thing, because I think that'll help awaken the meme coin season and create kind of a starter pack for people to know that that those things are there. But I'm glad to see that this brought some attention to Cardano, brought some people into the ecosystem. We got a lot of philosophy, and they come for whatever reason, whether it be the gains or the meme coins or what, but they stay when they realize that there's something real special here.
Yeah, I totally agree with Charles. I mean, Nike is adorable. I saw one comment saying he's obese. It's like, bro, it's a pig. What do you expect? Like, it's a pig on pig. It's like saying, why is the elephant big? Nike is a good pig, man, and now he's a great pig, and this is exciting. I don't know exactly what the 3D scan is going to be, but I would love to see the pig as like a character in games, 3D modeled, maybe even mogged out. Like we see some dank memes with like the pig running around, and I like the inclusivity of like inviting Sneck and Hosky, the OGs of the space. Albeit I think Nike has like that flair and that unique story, but you got to put respect on the guys who set up, using CNTs earlier with Hosky and Sneck. I really like Sneck. I actually reviewed them months ago, just reacting to them, and I really love the branding. I think they have something special going on, especially with the Sneck drink and all the other efforts. So Cardano Foundation, again, bringing this to our attention. We saw them go interchain with Cosmos, EVM, all that goodness, connecting into multiple networks. So just again, a deeper reminder here, the custom IBC protocol implementation connects Cardano to over 110 blockchains, leveraging Icon, Mithril, and other ecosystem dev tools. Stay tuned for more updates as our connection goes live over the coming months. Again, I think, and you guys have heard it, I think that interoperability is the future. I think that we're going to be connecting to many different chains, and people will vote with their dollar and vote with their support, right? That is a DAO in itself, like public sentiment, which is absurd with posts like this because sentiment is overwhelmingly strong with Cardano. There's a lot of people with eyes on Cardano, so this is just bizarre. I'm not sure what he's on. Let's jump over to this. The largest upgrade in Cardano's history is on its way. You guys might want to bookmark this. Everything's linked below. Track the progress of the Chang Hard Fork and see the potential release timeline here. So we have CardanoScan, of course, and you can check the readiness to see how many are in progress, how many are ready, how many have not started yet, and to just monitor and track the progress of Chang Hard Fork. So exciting stuff. I'm really looking forward to the progress of that. In today's episode of the renowned crypto Twitter series, quote unquote, nobody's building on Cardano, bro. Welcome to Saturn Swap, and another bubbly, cute, invitational, like it reminds me of PancakeSwap. I love this character. It's so chub. I don't know what it is, but like I wanted to DM them the other day and just let them know like that character is so cute. This what do you call this? I don't know what to call it, but it's so round and chubby and like adorable. So I've heard very good feedback for Saturn Swap, and I'm so excited to see more DEXs push forth with innovative features and just great graphics and marketing, because it's stuff like that that's cute and will attract a bigger audience. Speaking of audience, Martin Lawrence again. Martin Lawrence is he's been very active on X, and every now and then tweeting, replying to like Cardano people. He says, I like the jam, and he's quote retweeting the Martin token on Cardano. And it says Martin is a real Martin Lawrence fan club that loves Martin memes. So, I mean, if you guys love Martin Lawrence and you love the memes, then maybe you want to engage with these accounts. Gave a retweet the other day, and he has classic films. I mean, Martin Lawrence, my childhood growing up, National Security, The Black Knight. He has a lot of classic films. So I don't know what conversations he's been having. It looks like the history goes deeper, many years, not just as of recent with Cardano. But I like this approach of like, I don't know, it's at the same time, like when influencers launch their own token, I don't think this is his token. I think that this is just like a community token, fan club. But whether it is or isn't, I think that Cardano is going to be kind of the go-to chain for like a lot of people who maybe feel like Solana's just been getting tainted with a lot of these like BS rugs. Because even with Mother, like if you guys bought this at the top, you're down like minus, I don't even know, minus like 80-70%. So what I'm getting at is that I love Martin Lawrence. He's a great actor, and I think a lot more people are going to be inclined to join Cardano and launch some Cardano native tokens. Why not? Why not? Because I think the Cardano community is just very supportive and kind, and I think that a lot of other actors and whatnot would love to join. But I think it would be great to see more of them join as like as ambassadors and advocates, rather than just like straight up being like, I launched this one, it's mine. But you know, it is what it is. I don't know the full details of Martin, and if you guys want to get involved, you know, do your research. Not financial advice. I don't have any tokens. Let's finish off with this. I had a great exchange with Charles on a recent space. He suggested an idea I think has serious merit. He threw out the idea of funding a new US-based centralized exchange via governance funds, one that is friendly to Cardano and native assets and ADA too. It could be based in Wyoming. It could be something that actually is profitable too and returns the initial investment plus more, potentially while solving a real issue for Cardano native assets and other small assets elsewhere, giving US residents another onboarding and cash out option. He said it could be done for about 50 million when asked. Very doable. I think it's a fantastic idea. Why not? You kind of be like our own Gemini, if you will, but better. That's a nice analogy. And there's obviously some pushback. I was reading this today in the morning, and I saw how people were like, bro, like the cost is unfathomable. It could go crazy, but I like the idea. Obviously, it may not be feasible and viable, but the idea of a exchange that's maybe opening it up to the other networks too, like other networks that have a lot of meme potential, but maybe they're not getting that spotlight that they deserve. Having our own exchange, I mean, why not? I think people like centralized exchanges. Centralized exchanges are necessary. And I agree with this. I would much rather do this than fund dozens of grifter influencers. There's a lot of grifting in this space. So yeah, I mean, it might not work. We might not really know, but I think that's a good question to end off on. Is like, what do you guys think of the idea of creating a very Cardano-friendly centralized exchange? Maybe opening that up to other networks and being a source of revenue and really amplifying Cardano's on and off ramps. I don't know. Just putting the thought out there. I kind of see both sides, that this could get hectic, but at the same time could be beneficial. And there's one comment here: a massive waste of funds. A centralized exchange so 400 people can trade tokens with minimal on-chain use on even lower liquidity depth Use the money to boost on-chain activity and create innovative products. Do this and guess what? Centralized exchanges will list CNTs. Yeah, it's kind of a combination. Sometimes it's like right place, right time. Sometimes getting listed on these CEXs is like about the right networking, having the right nepotism, the right people. So, I mean, it's kind of both. I think I'm like undecided on whether I would support something like this until I saw more granular detail to see like, is this feasible? Is it viable, albeit very desirable? What do you guys think? Is that possible? And to end off, any thoughts on the influencer tokens that I've been saying? That like, just stay away from these basically. There's some of them that are going to do good, but guys, don't chase everything under the sun. Know what you hold. I don't know what Ben is thinking. So let me know in the comments. We needed Ben to appear and he appeared. So hit that subscribe, hit that like. Do you agree with Ben that it is dead as like a legitimate investment, that like institutions, like they don't care about it? And what are your thoughts about the possibility of a centralized exchange that's like Cardano oriented? Hit that sub, hit that like. I'll see you in the next Angry Crypto show.